Good morning, precious. Well, how you doing, baby? Happy Thursday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya, when you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe. Look at some of the videos, and if you see any of them that you like, just hit share. Quit playing with me, right? Like, because I want to say some of y'all is probably raised by some of these parents that we talk about here on Coffee and Conversation, because y'all hard-headed. Y'all don't do what y'all told, and y'all just calm down, because you are my viewing audience, and I do want to keep you. Let me digress. But I'm just saying, the simplest task, like you come on, you watch the video, you like it. Some of y'all come back every day. On some of y'all's guilty pleasure, you come every day. But yet and still, you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel. Why not? I asked nicely, right? You like the content, obviously, right? So why not just do that? Hit that little button and hit subscribe. I don't understand it. And then the videos, if you like this, the live, because you come here, when you start scrolling and looking at the videos, it's only a few of them that's long as hell. I ain't gonna even hold you up. It's only a few that's long as hell. The rest of them is like 10, 15 minutes. I try to keep it short and sweet with you, right? Like even today, I'm rushing because I got stuff to do, right? So I'm trying, but it is what it is. They run over, but they pretty good, I think. Pretty good information, good content. Enough for you to share on your page. I see all that other stuff you share on your page. All that nonsense you share on your page. The fights, the ignorance. I see it all. Why you can't share my video? Is it because you was one of the people that be talking about me to others? You don't want them to know that you be supporting me in private. You be all in my DMs and showing love on my lives and all up in my story time. Because you be talking about me. I know. Fix that. That's an easy fix. That's an easy fix. Yeah, go back to those people that you was talking about me too and defend my name and tell them what you really know, how you really feel. Yeah, be true to yourself. That's all. And then you can share my video on your page, right? So today, y'all, we talking about relationships. I know, we're talking about a lot of stuff. This is your senior year, and I think you can take it. But trying to be specific, we are picking up from yesterday. And we are talking about... Whew, dang, I don't even see where there we go. We're talking about reputations, representation, the reasons why you do certain things, relationships and roles. So we done kicked it off with the relationships and roles, and we kind of leading the way with the grandparents. They're the elders of the family. They have the most influence when it comes to the children, your baby mama, your baby daddy, So I kind of led with that. And I also talked about setting boundaries, right? I talked about the difference between a grandparent that's solely raising a child because the parent is either on drugs or incarcerated or has passed away, And then I actually talked about a grandparent where the parents are in the child's life, but yet and still you have a grandparent that be going rogue. Just be doing whatever they want to do. You send the kids over with dreads, you go pick them up, they cut off because the grandma didn't like them. You know what I'm saying? You trying to feed the kids no meat, the grandma over there frying chicken and fish. I mean, disrespecting how you feel, disrespecting the rules and regulations that you don't set for your child, taking full control of your child. Yeah, so we talked about that as well. So, example, I love doing hair. Yeah, I'm old, baby. So I grew up in the era with Mr. Little, Lil Willie, all those people, the battles, the hair shows. So I lived at Better Fashions. I used to be up there with Little all the time. We used to do my hair. I picked up a lot of tricks of the trade from him. So I love doing hair. Ever since I was little, my Auntie Linda used to do my hair, right? Long story short, you see me doing a little girl's hair, right? I show y'all the progress every 2 weeks, the growth. When I French braid their hair, how long their hair is getting. People say I have growing hands, growing fingers, right? So I love doing. That was the quality time that I spent with my daughters. I love doing their hair, right? So we had an incident where the grandmother took it upon herself to just go take her to get her hair did at the shop, right? Happened a couple times. I let it go, and I'm like, you know what, Dad? Please let your mom know that there's no need for her to take her to the shop to get her hair did. You know, that's the time that we spend together. That's quality time. I come over her house and do her hair. If hair day happens to fall on the day when she's over there, I've actually went over to her house a couple times and did the baby's hair. So don't take her to the hair salon. They kept taking her. They kept doing it. Kept dropping her off. Kept getting her hair did. Different hairstylists in her hair. Now her hair breaking off. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. She had hair down her back as a result of me keeping it braided, not putting nothing in her hair, not processing it, no heat, you know. So fix it, Jesus. So I asked them to stop. They kept allowing it. Her hair was breaking off. That right there is cutting into my quality time, for one. Overruling my decision as the mom, for two. Insulting me. Because it's like her hair wasn't to your satisfaction, or you didn't like it, or it wasn't. Fix it, Jesus. Doesn't look good to you. So now you're altering how she views herself. Because I'm quite sure once I finished doing her hair, she thought she was looking good. Hey, Jesse Hines, how you doing, babe? I'm waiting on you to come to the show, my baby. Hey, Brandon, I love you. Yeah. So right there, you're changing how she view herself. Because if you don't talk so bad about the hairstyle that she probably had, that she was probably satisfied with, to the point where you don't took it upon yourself to go take her to go get her hair did by a professional. Fix it, Jesus. What standards are you setting? Now my hairstyle's not good enough. Now she got to be going to the hair salon every time she, get a chance. And if she ain't got the money to go, it's a good chance she might not feel good about herself. These are some of the standards that are being set as a result of somebody else stepping in, playing the mama, when they should have been behind the scenes, spectating, right? Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. So I went as far as to let the dad know again, can you please let grandma know? Maybe you're not explaining it to her right. Maybe I need to speak with her and let her know my reasons for not wanting my child to go to the hair salon. Let her know that I'm trying to preserve innocence in my child. Let her know that I don't want my baby to grow up too fast. So with me doing her hair at my house and keeping her in a confined area, when it's time for her to start wearing weed and stuff like that, I'll take her to my little cousin Tracy, who will get her together. And then again, she'll still be in a controlled environment around women, her family, ladies. But that's my control. Why? Because that's my child, right? So let her know that, or I have to let her know, because it's interfering with my parenting. Because every time you take her to a shop, she's being exposed to the very things that I'm trying to shelter her from. The talk that the women have, the mature conversation that the women are having. We don't have that in the environment that I control, right? So to even have to say this to a dad, to even have to say it more than once to a grandparent, fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Fix it, Jesus. That's why it's so hard for me to deliver this message, because I'm in the thick of it. I'm in the thick of it, right? And the fact that I know how my story ends is crazy. It's crazy, right? So, having her around grown women, listening to the conversation that they have, exposing her to mature conversations that I wouldn't have never, is interrupting in my parenting and my preserving innocence with my child, right? So can you please ask her to stop? It continued. Of course it continued. To the point where I got so much other stuff going on, I'm not going to keep arguing with you every time I drop her off and every time you go take her. I'm not going to keep arguing, you know, because y'all see what I do. Everything that y'all see me do on my live when y'all be popping in and you be going through my pictures and stuff, I've been doing that all my life for a long time now, right? So therefore, what I'm doing is too big, it's major to be arguing with you about hair. But look how major it is, though. Look how conflicting it is. Why wouldn't a dad be on board with a mother trying to preserve innocence in the daughter? Meaning that she don't want her out here slutting around, giving herself up, not knowing her self-worth, just sleeping with all these little dudes, getting pregnant at 17. Just, no. You would think a father would be on board with that, would be aligned with that, so much so to where it wouldn't have been a hesitation. He would have checked grandma before I did. Why you got her up in the shop? Why you got her hair like that? Why? Because when you pressing her hair out and when you got it just, who is you getting her ready for? What pedophile are you prepping her for? Right? Because with braids and beads, she look innocent enough to where you ain't gonna be too quick to try to get her in the car. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, why? Right? Boundaries. People stepping out their roles. So it's very important that you ask permission when it comes to somebody else's child. That's all. Set boundaries if you have to. Because that right there was the beginning of me being demeaned, me being devalued, my role as a mother being diminished. Because somebody else is stepping into my place, right? That's why it's so easy for her to walk away from me. I ain't talked to her in almost 5 years. Who strays away from their mother? Who wants to even leave their mother? That's why we're talking about what's universal. That's why we're talking about things that need to stay the same, things that we should change. That right there should have been etched in stone. Because when it comes to your mother, that's across the board. The love and respect that you have for her, that's across the board. Not talking back. Listen to your mom. What your mama say? Call their mama. Where their mama at? You know what I mean? Like that. At what point do you silence that word mother? And then do you think about the consequences of that, the actions, the dysfunctions that come along with that moving forward as a result of taking a mother out of a child's life, right? So fix it, Jesus, fix it. Her not honoring my request, that right there is showing to the child who's in charge. Fix it, Jesus. Who's in charge? So here it is. I'm right here. This is my role. Grandma should be right here. But grandma done shifted herself up to where she right here, right? So it's to the point now where, what the hell? That right there, I should have took her from over there. I should have kept her from going over there. That right there would have been a legitimate reason for me to stop her visits until we sat down and had a conversation and figure out where we are, get on the same page, make sure moving forward we won't have this issue again before I allow her to start coming over there unsupervised. It's how things should have went. So ask permission, grandparents. Respect what the parent says and how the parent view parenting and how they want to raise their children. Respect that. You raised your kids. It shouldn't have been too much challenging. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything I say or do shouldn't have been challenged so much, right? At some point, it should have been almost on the same accord of how they parent. It shouldn't have been too much off. We shouldn't have been too much unaligned with each other as co-parents, right? So I mentioned the grandparents first because of the influence they have in the children's lives. Now, the relationship that you have with your baby mama and your baby daddy after the breakup is easy. That's why I ain't really mention it first. It's easy. Basically, you just doing the same thing you was doing when you was in the relationship. You might have to do something if the baby over there the weekend, dad, and her hair not done, mama didn't do her hair for some reason, you probably had to do her hair. I understand, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, majority of the same things that you would do if you was in a relationship. If mama said something, if y'all was in the house and then you backed her up, you back her up now. Just because y'all in separate households, dad said something, what your daddy say? Oh, you back him up now. If you was taking the kids to school, when y'all sat down and did y'all safety plan after y'all knew y'all were going to break up, that was a good time to talk about maybe you might need to still continue to take the children to school until I can get my schedule changed or I can do this. That would be an agreement that you guys will etch in stone when you talk about the safety plan. Meaning that how you guys are going to move forward after this separation, after this divorce, right? Now that you're moving into another home, how things are going to change for the children. So y'all sit down and y'all come up with a way to make it as normal as possible. And you don't want to upset too much, right? So it's very important that when y'all break away, still resume the same roles that y'all resumed when y'all was together, that y'all had when y'all was together, right? Give you another example. As soon as we broke up, now when we was together in the marriage, I made all the doctor's appointments. We worked for the DMC, so we all had DMC care. We were cool with the receptionists and whatnot. So they would make all our appointments together. So that means all the children, eye doctor, dentist, everything, physical, everything was together, right? Soon as we broke up, hey Danielle, and congratulations on your new place, Danielle. I'm so happy for you and your boo. Do he got a brother? Yes, congratulations, baby. Yeah, as soon as we broke up, he making doctor's appointments. He taking her to her physicals. He getting her braces when she don't need after we've discussed it and I've agreed to, well, you know what, let's wait another year because at this point she really don't need. Defies whatever I said, went over whatever I said to do what he wanted to do. And you cannot do that when you share a child. Y'all have to come up with some type of compromise. Y'all have to come up with some type of agreement, arrangement, system. Y'all have to. It's imperative at this point, right? And it shouldn't be that hard. Just because y'all broke up. The most difficult it should be is if one of y'all moved to another state. So now y'all got to set up some type of visitation to where the child flies out and flies back when their time is there. But the parent is still present. You still talking to this child. Your role is still the same. You still communicating with baby mama, baby daddy to figure out what's the best for this child, even though you stand in a separate state. Nothing should change. Some stuff needs to stay the same. Some stuff is universal, right? So for you to be cut out of a child's life because a parent has just chosen to cut you out. Fix it, Jesus. You changing the trajectory of everything. You changing the life path of how things were supposed to go. You interrupting the growth and development of that child. It's just so many difficulties and so many problems for what? Fix it, Jesus. So, come to find out he making doctor's appointments and stuff. This nigga turned into a baby mama. Instantly. So, if you trying to be the baby mama, who being the daddy? Who opening the door for her? Who's taking her out on dates to show her how a man is supposed to treat her? Who's letting her know what she should be looking for in a man and what not to be? Who's having those conversations? You can't be if you on the phone making doctor's appointments. And then why ain't nobody questioning that? She a little girl. Why is you taking her to her doctor's appointments and her physicals and stuff? Nobody's looking at that to be weird or off-kill or why? Where her mama at? Her mama should be taking her, right? So, I don't want to go too far because I told y'all we getting too deep up in here with the relationship. So, we're going to stop it there. We're talking about the roles of the parents. In most cases, your role stays the same. And you continue to do whatever you were doing in the relationship. You don't want to stray too much from that. Meaning that you don't want to jump in and start doing what mama be doing. Or what mama was doing. And then, mama, you don't want to try to overdo what dad was doing to try to cancel him out. You don't want to do that. Right? Yeah, those manipulation tips. I tell you, those manipulation. So, y'all, that's it for Coffee and Conversation. Your girl, Shakenya. I got a lot to do. Who is this? This is Instagram. Hey, Instagram. Let me shoot some waves. I'm out. Ooh, y'all. I'm trying to hurry up. Yes.
Do you prefer people to stay together or just be single parent?
It depends on the relationship that you have with them.
Say like, okay.
Yeah, it depends.
I say that you can make it work, be together, but you ever heard a saying, it takes two to make it, but one to break it?
That's right.
Like, I'm a single dad, right? You know how many times I done heard somebody be like, like I'm at the park with my daughter since she's a little kid. Girl, I remember my baby, they tried to steal my kid from me.
Yeah.
And then you be wondering like, why are they talking about this?
Yeah.
And they saying it because I'm with my daughter. And then, so then I went out to Oakland County, right? I went through like racial bias, gender bias a month.
I am live, just so you know. Okay.
Forget about racial bias. Gender bias.
Yeah.
Like, it's like now these days there's so many resources out here.
Yeah.
That use your resources.
Yeah, I tell fathers all the time.
People die too.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm with that, you know, but if you have two parents that's still alive, that's able to take care of the child, I feel like they need to find some type of rapport after the breakup. Now, I don't recommend that you stay together just for the kids. Sometimes I have a youth program, and I had a family where the parents were together, and this is the only family that I have served in over 20 years where the parents were still married and still together. The majority of the people that I serve are single parent households when the child is acting out, because I deal with kids with behavior issues, and I was doing jail tours. So that was the only problem. So for them to be together, once we did the family meeting and we seen the dynamics and the dysfunction, the children said that they need to get a divorce. That's how bad the relationship was. So I wouldn't recommend them stay together.
Well, you know what? I would tell you this though, cause like I got me a daughter, and my daughter be like, you know, cause like I went through all this. Oakland County, think about it. You know what I'm saying? I got me a license.
I'm about to come up off this live, and then me and you can talk off bar, okay? All right, y'all, I'm out. Mwah.